A lot of these women, right, they're so locked in, into their field, their education, studies, work, right, that they postpone marriage, right? They put that on the back burner. They put having kids on the back burner, right? And as you said, you reach a certain age where it's like, damn, like now I want to have kids. I'm not fulfilled. Like saying earlier, you was talking about the fitrah, the woman's fitrah. Right. It's in her fitrah to want kids. It's in her fitrah to want to take care of her kids and stuff like that, right? Yeah. And then like you reach a certain age where it's like, okay, now I want to get married, but like all the pool of like everybody that you're looking for in terms of like a spouse, they're not really checking for you for real.
And also, I feel like there's also another point that's really important that we could address, which is, see, this idea that, that convinced women to compete with men in terms of like, salaries or like, output, like work output, is the same one that, sadly and unfortunately dug them in a hole where it's like, they've been so, like, some have been blinded so much that, chasing this work lifestyle, that so much so that after a certain age, right, comes a point where it's like, okay, I've been so focused on my career, now I want to have a family. Now you enter, either the marriage market or you want to have kids, and that becomes, it's a little slippery slope there, you know?
Yeah. See, the thing is like, and this is like, again, like, you can do what you like. Working is not like work is not the issue, but you gotta understand like the consequences that come with it. Yeah, working is not haram, right? So like, but you gotta understand like the like you got, whatever decision you make, you gotta live with the results, right? So like the thing is like a lot of these women, right, they're so locked in into their field, their education, studies, work, right, that they postpone marriage, right? They put that on the back burner. They put having kids on the back burner, right? And as you said, you reach a certain age where it's like, damn, like now I want to have kids. I'm not fulfilled. Like saying earlier, you was talking about the fitrah, the woman's fitrah. It's in her fitrah to want kids. It's in her fitrah to want to take care of her kids and stuff like that, right? And then like you reach a certain age where it's like, okay, now I want to get married, but like all the pool of like everybody that you're looking for in terms of like a spouse, they're not really checking for you for real. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. The fact that you say that, I remember there was a brother who told me, and this is a brother like who was a lot older than us, like I don't know, like late 30s or so, or even early 40s, and he was looking for woman or mid 20s, and you know what I mean, and like so basically you're at a point where like guys in their 20s and men in their early 40s are competing for the same pool.
Yeah, and the pool
is below like mid 20s, and so forth, right?
Some will even go as far as like 18 to like 22, 23 is that's like the sweet spot for a lot of brothers.
Because like people say, and it's a biological fact that that fertility, right, women's fertility is not forever.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
It's like it's peaked until I think like late 20s. I think.
Yeah, something like that because women are on a biological time clock, right? So it's like again, like you want to work, bro. There's nothing wrong. Like as a matter of fact, I was in Toronto the other day, right? And there was this one brother, right? I was talking to him, and he was saying like, look. You're free to make whatever choice you want to make. There's nobody that's gonna stop you from making the choice that you want to make. But like again, don't make this decision, right? And then you gotta live with the results, right? So if you make this decision, don't get mad at society or get mad at the world for this decision that you made, right? You can't get to a point where okay, work on some Rihanna shit, right? And then you get to 30, 32, 33, whatever. Now you want to get married. And now, when guys aren't checking for you, you mad at the man, like, oh, how dare you go for the younger women? What? Oh, you're a creep, I have a PhD. You guilt tripping, but you guilt tripping guys for things that are like in our nature. We like guys in general, women that are younger, fertility stuff like that. Because the thing is, it's great that you made it. It's great that you made it financially, 6 figures, 7 figures. But guys was never checking for you for that. That never attracted us. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you said it earlier. Like I would much rather have a girl who works at McDonald's.
Guys like don't discriminate when it comes to income or job or career or education.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not our filtering criteria.
Yeah, that's exactly. You know what I'm saying?
So like man, it's kind of like I remember there was what was it called? Like, the thing is, this whole idea, right? This whole thing we're talking about, sometimes I feel like it's bigger than it is. Like, it goes further back when you really think about it. And the reason is, sometimes some of these women are so career and career oriented that, you know, they discard this idea of like marriage up until they're financially secure and financially able. Sometimes it's because they've seen their mom do it.
And that's a very good point to make.
Sometimes they've seen their mom do it, right?
Yeah.
And they come from sometimes from a single mom family, right?
Yeah.
And then the single mom obviously is going to be like, listen, daughter, I want you to be financially secure before you get married, because listen, something that happened to me, right? I threw myself in too early, and I had nothing to to fall on. I had to grind and work.
And to be honest, they're not that.
And you can't even blame
them. Yeah, they're not wrong for feeling. They're not wrong for, because that's what they saw.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That was the situation.
Exactly, and it goes back to what we were saying before, that the family unit is the number one thing that's the most important. There's nothing more important than the family unit, bro. Like, bro. And this goes for guys and girls.
And
you know what I mean? Like the family unit, whatever it is that you gotta sacrifice. Like you got, even, and this is for guys too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you used to going out with your boys late night, guys, you gotta get that. You know what I'm saying?
This is not only a message for women, but guys obviously need to make sacrifices too. Yeah, whatever. For sure.
Exactly. That's the word we look for. Sacrifices need to be made when it comes to, because it's bigger than you now.
It's bigger than you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's not, again, whatever decision you make, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you gotta live with the decision that you make, right? So
literally, yeah.